What's up, brother fam? Welcome back to a brand new whip review. I am back at Audi Wesley Chapel, and today I'm going to tell you the top 10 things that you need to know about the 2021 Audi e-tron SUV. So before I get started, if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any other video that I'll post in the future, and enjoy the other reviews that I have on the channel. Now, let's ride. So this is the 2021 Audi e-tron SUV. So we're gonna take a quick walk around it and see what we have on this car. So to the front right here, we have HD matrix LED headlights with LED daytime running light and dynamic turn signal. So the LED daytime running light is really cool, and you have those horizontal LEDs on the side right here that match the LED at the back. So it's pretty cool, and you get this nice sequence when you unlock the car. It's very, very cool on this car. But on the European version, you can get fancier lights than this, where they would project stuff on the wall or on the ground in front of you to kind of welcome you to the car. But due to regulation, we don't have that in the US, and we pretty much get the crappy version and they get the cool stuff in Europe. That's how it is. So to the center right here, we have this nice single frame grille. It's the Audi signature. They gotta have it on the car. So the purpose of this grille is very different in this one. So it's not perforated all over, and you can see it's only the center that is open right here. The center right here is open and the rest is covered. So it's just to help cool off the battery, but the rest is covered to improve the airflow around the car. So from the front and all the way to the back. So this is really cool. And you have this nice matte silver around the grille, and the e-tron badge is right here. So it reminds me of the previous models that they used to have. They used to have the Quattro badge over here on some S performance models, but now they don't do it anymore. And then I like how they put it on the e-tron. The e-tron badge over here is really neat. So going lower, you have a front lip, and you can see the split right here to cool off the battery. It's really huge, so you know the car is going to swallow a lot of air in the environment. So if you're dying of asphyxiation or something, know it's this car around you. And you have this cut on the side right here to help stabilize the car and improve airflow around the car as well. So let's keep going. So to the side, you have 20-inch wheels. They are 5 double spoke design wheels, bicolor rims, very, very cool. And you have normal brakes at the back. They don't have different colors since you have a regular model. So right here, you have a charging port. So you have 2 charging ports, one on each side of the car. And then this is how you open it. You just press the button right here, and it's gonna open. This is like some transformer type thing, or Iron Man pretty much. So it's really cool. Just press the same button and bring it back up. So this is how you charge it. So pretty much the mirror right here, on European model, you're gonna get a camera instead of like the old school mirror. But due to regulation in the US, again, we have this one, the old school version. So it's still pretty cool, still pretty functional, useful for some drivers. The other one would like pretty much ask you to adjust to the technology, because it would have like pretty much like a screen inside that would serve as mirror for the camera. So it would ask you to adjust to that, but I think it's still pretty cool. But we get the old version, so we'll take that. And you have this nice black seal right here at the bottom of the door, almost close to where the battery is. And it's pretty cool. Nice skirt at the bottom as well. So the design of this car, like the body lines are very well, like they're pronounced a little bit. They show muscle, but very bold. So the car is nothing too exaggerated on the design. So you have this rack on top. If you want to place a cargo on top of the car, so you can place it right here to carry bikes, keys, whatever you want to carry on top of the car. So you have that function right here. And this is pretty much it for the side right here. So let's see what we have at the back. Just like on most Audi SUV models, you get this roof spoiler on top right here to help improve aerodynamics and also improve the design of the car in general. So if you're looking for a deep sloping roofline, you won't get it on this car. But if you go to the e-tron Sportback, that's when you'll get it. But you would lose in the headroom at the back and storage in the trunk. But this one has a nice hatch looking back, so this is how you get a lot of space at the back of this car. So pretty much you have fully LED tail lights on this car, and on the European version you would get some nice LED sequence at the back, but we don't get this here due to regulation. But in the future, when they change those things, when they adapt to the technology and the market, then we'll get all the cool stuff here in the US as well. So we get the e-tron badge over here, Quattro badge over there. So black seal right here pretty much mimic the one you have on the side. So you have them on both sides and they follow around the back. Pretty cool. So two reflectors, one on each side. And going lower, you have this bumper right here. So we don't have exhaust on this car, obviously, because it's an electric car. So they compensate with this design right here. Pretty cool. Matte silver finish. Let me know what you think about this bumper. I think it's pretty cool. And you have this pin hook right here because you have towing capacity in this car. Overall, I think this car is a very slick looking SUV. Now, when it comes to dimension, the e-tron SUV is 193 inches long, 76.2 inches wide, and 64.1 inches tall. I like to see this car as a mini Q8, so this is how I see this car in terms of dimension. Now, let's see how it is inside the e-tron. Alright, now let's check the interior of the e-tron SUV. So pretty much the interior design of this e-tron hasn't changed much because they haven't refreshed this model yet. So it's the same e-tron SUV that we all know. So pretty much you have all leather interior. This is an Audi, of course. This is part of the luxury that you get. You have comfort seats inside this car, and they are perforated. You can see all the little holes on it pretty much because of the ventilated seat function, and you have heated seat as well. You can see all the stitching on it, all the stitching on this leather armrest right here is very cool. And the steering wheel get the same treatment. You get all the stitching on it, all leather, and it's a multi-function steering wheel, multi-spoke. You can see this honeycomb design on it. That's how I call it pretty much. It's very cool, and you can handle it like different ways, however you want to drive it. So this is how it is in here. So this is a hand rest right here. It doesn't move, so pretty much when you're driving you can rest your hand right here. The gear selector is on the side right here. Is this right here. It's thumb activated or index activated pretty much, because when you going up you use your thumb, when you're coming down you use your index. So that's how it works pretty much, but they call it thumb activated. And the parking button is on the side right here, so when you're parking you just use your thumb and press it. You still get two screens right here, so for the MMI system, and one screen on the driver's side is the Audi cockpit right here. So each one is right here, so you get this nice wood on the dashboard, pretty cool. And this right here, it looks like you can pretty much place a cup if you can eat in this car. That's how they designed the dashboard. It's pretty cool. So you get a nice decent space inside this glove box right here, but you get a lot of space in here. But you have two arms right here. I don't know why they separated it like this, but it kind of looks cool anyways. So you get two arms right here pretty much. It's looking like a bridge between this right here, the center console, and the storage right there. So it's looking like a little bridge. So right here you had two cup holders inside this right here. You can cover it or uncover it pretty much. And then you have a wireless charger in here. So the Audi phone box is pretty much on this side right here. We can place your phone inside here. So the door handle is pretty cool in this car. It's very different. I don't really see this in any other Audi model, and it's electric. So pretty much when you just gotta touch it and the door is gonna pop out. So this is how it is in this car. But I think the A8 has the same function, like the same kind of handle as well, where you just pull it and the door will pop up. So this is very convenient. It's very easy to open the door, so you don't have to fight with it much. So you get this nice silver right here, and inside it you get ambient lighting. So inside this car you get different color ambient lighting, so it's pretty cool at night to see that. You get a nice panoramic sunroof here. It goes pretty far back, so you're gonna get a nice view of the sky. Pretty cool inside this car. So now let's see how practical this car is. I like to test the space in front of the car by having the driver's seat pushed all the way back. So right now I can reach the brake pedal pretty easily. I don't have to overextend my leg, and I can reach the throttle even though it's pushed further away to the right, but I can reach it and push it all the way to the ground. I extend my leg almost all the way, not overextending it. So I am 6 feet tall. So if you're over 6 feet, you're gonna have a nice time driving this car easily. But if you're shorter, all you gotta do is just adjust your seat. You have power seats, you can adjust them however you want in this car and have a nice driving position as well. So now let's see how it is at the back of the e-tron. All right, jumping at the back of the e-tron, so you can already see how much knee room I have here, and I can slide my feet underneath the seat in front of me. Leg room is not a concern at all in this car, and headroom is the same story. So you have an SUV here, so you get a lot of headroom. If you get the Sportback, you're gonna get less than this, but here right now it's so comfortable at the back right now, super comfortable, and you get heated seat function at the back as well. So you get another climate control at the back here. So it's another touch screen where you can pretty much change the temperatures independently. So you have 4-zone climate control in this car. So 2 up front, 1 for the passenger and 1 for the driver. And you have 2 extra zones at the back. So everybody can have their own temperature inside the car. This is really cool. So 2 fans right here, and you get 2 extra fans on the side of the door right here. So 1 here and 1 on the other side. So pretty cool. And you have 2 USB-C connectivity for faster charging at the back, and you have another 12-volt socket as well if you want to go old school, I guess. And the seats right here, you can see that they have this curve where you can pretty much place your knee inside it, but I'm not even it since I have so much knee room. And the driver's seat is pushed all the way back. Keep that in mind. So this is really cool. On most Audi SUVs, you would be able to move the seats at the back, but this one is pretty much a bench that you have at the back. Maybe in the future when they revise this car, you're gonna be able to move them, but right now you cannot. It's the same old e-tron SUV that you have here, and then you get the same flat floor at the back because of the way they place the battery pack inside this car. So pretty much you can sit in the middle very easily, so you don't have to worry about like a big bump in the middle where you have to split your leg so far to fight for leg room with the other passengers on the side. So it's very convenient, practical and useful at the back of this car. So I'm telling you for sure, you're gonna have a nice time traveling at the back of this car. And you get big door bends in this car. You can fit big items in them. So it's really cool in this car. So in the middle right here, you get this armrest and cup holders. Very cool. You can hide them away, and you get a little storage right here. Maybe if you want to put a pen, whatever, maybe napkins. This is so small, but anyways, this is what you get in the middle right here. So pretty much that's how it is at the back of the e-tron SUV. All right, practicality continues at the back. So pretty much you have a lot of space at the back of this car. So you have this nice hatch. It's an SUV, so you expect to get a lot of space at the back of this car. So I can pretty much fit my body at the back right here. That gives you an idea of how much you can pretty much fit at the back. So sorry about all the noise. We have some nice mats here. Brand new car, so they're not unlocked. So pretty much at the back, so you have this right here, this handle where you can pretty much fold down the back seats. This is the most convenient thing I've ever seen in an SUV. So not a lot of cars have this. For most cars, you have to go around and open the door, the back doors, to pretty much fold the seat down. But here, this handle right here, very convenient. So the back is very practical. You can pretty much fit a lot of things, and if you have more items, just fold the seats. So this is how it is. And underneath the carpet right here, you have more storage. So pretty much you have the spare tire and you have extra storage where you can pretty much place your cable or anything else that you want to store away. So now let's see how it is up front. Alright, since you don't have an engine on this car, so you get extra storage up front. So this is what you get here. So this is little storage that you can get here. You can pretty much fit your charging cables in here. You can pretty much place a small backpack if you want to tuck it away. So this is what you get up front. You don't have an engine, so they put extra storage up front. So they usually call it the front, combination of front and trunk. So they call it front, but call it whatever you want. Front storage, whatever. Storage. That's terrible. All right, now we are back up front to talk about the MMI system. So pretty much, let me turn on the car. So pretty much when you turn on the car, you can hear this nice melody. So pretty much it's a welcome sound. So when you turn on the car, it's gonna welcome you to the car. Just like when you turn on your computer, you hear this nice sound like to welcome you to your computer, to tell you that the computer is on, and you get the same treatment inside this car. This is luxury right here. So on the driver's side, you have the Audi virtual cockpit. So it's gonna show you a range, it's gonna show you information about the car, it's gonna show you your media, your music, your phone connectivity, navigation. You get two views, so pretty much you can have a smaller one and a bigger one. So the smaller one will show you more information. It's gonna be zoomed in, and then you're gonna see the range here. It's cool. So pretty much you can see like a green area in front of the car, and it's gonna decrease as your range is decreasing as well. So this is how it is inside this car for the virtual cockpit. It's very, very neat looking. The design is amazing. It's very different than any other Audi virtual cockpit. So this is how they differentiate the e-tron from the other models. So this is really cool. And it's HD, so you don't have to force your eyes, you don't have to go get glasses to use this. Very, very clear, crystal clear. So to the center right here, you have two screens, the same version that you used to have for the MMI system. So you have one 10.1 inch screen right here for the MMI, and an 8-inch screen for the climate control at the bottom right here. So for the MMI, it's very user friendly, so pretty much you can like use it just like your phone. Very, very responsive. And when you go to vehicle, you get this nice render of the car. When you go to Audi Drive Select, nice render of the car coming, and you can see all your drive modes here. And when you go to navigation, for example, you can see like a satellite view right here. The e-tron gets a special treatment when it comes to navigation, and you can also get like traffic signs on here on the virtual cockpit. And you can get like the light. The car can connect to the traffic system, and it's gonna tell you on your screen right here when to stop before a red light. It's gonna tell you when the green light is coming. This is really, really cool feature inside this car. So for the navigation right here, you can zoom in and zoom out just like on your phone. And then when you want to input an address, for example, the bottom screen is gonna turn into like a writing pad, and then you're gonna be able to key in whatever address you want, or you can just write it with your finger and get whatever you want. And you can write on top of each other. That's how responsive the system is. So I just write a full word all at once on letter on top of each other, and the system picks it up really, really well. So this is very cool. So at the bottom, you have the climate control all over the screen. So pretty much you have the AC controls, fan speed, temperature. You get ventilated seats, heated seats. Everything is displayed on this screen right here. Really, really cool. And you have a little shortcut on the side where you can just slide and then expand this and slide up and down to increase the temperature. This is really cool. So this is how it is for this MMI system in this car. But in the new e-tron that they're making right now, like the e-tron, the Q4 e-tron, you have the e-tron GT, you have the A6 e-tron. So in those cars, they pretty much remove the second screen. So Audi is trying to go away from the second screen and bring back the old school buttons like you have in the A5. So I think those buttons are really convenient, and a lot of people love the buttons instead of the touch screens. So the touch screen can be a bit distractive, but the buttons is really quick and easy. So this is why they are very convenient, and I think Audi knows that, and they're trying to simplify things for the drivers. So they're removing the second screen in those e-trons, and they're bringing back the buttons. So I really like that. So in the center right here, this is where you get the Audi phone box on the side. So the wireless charger is on the side, and when your phone is in here, you're gonna have better service inside the car, of course. And you also have wireless Apple CarPlay in most 2021 Audis now. So this is how it is for the infotainment system in this car. When it comes to performance, this car doesn't have an engine, so you have a 95 kilowatt hour battery that can produce around 402 horsepower with 300 kilowatt of power. So Audi judged that this car can go from 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. And it is doing this performance, giving you this performance using two motors. So you have one at the front and one at the back. So on this car, you have 7 modes for the Audi Drive Select. So you have auto, dynamic, comfort, and individual, and you have all-road, off-road, and efficiency. So the range in this car is about 202 to 212 miles in this car. So pretty much that's what you get on the e-tron.
To ensure repeatable performance, liquid cooling is used to cool down the battery and a cooling lens system is used to cool down the motors. With a 150 kilowatt fast charger, you'll get 80% charge in 30 minutes.
Alright, now let's take the e-tron for a drive. I hope you guys can hear this nice electric sound coming inside the car right now. So nowadays, car manufacturers are required to have a sound for their electric cars because they need to alert pedestrians that a car is coming. If it's too silent, it's gonna cause a lot of trouble. So they have to put a sound. And Audi did a great job with the e-tron GT where they put this nice sporty sound in it. So this car has a nice sound as well, and I hope people outside can hear it. So when you put the car in reverse, you're gonna hear a nice humming sound as well, so to alert people. So pretty much, this car runs on 4 independent adaptive suspension, and I am in comfort mode right now. It's sucking up all the bumps pretty much. I cannot feel anything. This is like the smoothest ride I've ever driven. And I have comfort seats, so it's so comfortable inside this car. So no worries about that at all. So this car has the quattro all-wheel drive system pretty much, and it's gonna help you take the car like fast around the corners because this car is very heavy. You're gonna feel the body roll because of the battery pack. The battery pack is very heavy, so the quattro all-wheel drive system is gonna back you up. And on top of it, you have all-wheel steering in this car, so pretty much the wheels at the back will turn in the opposite direction to the wheels up front at low speed to pretty much reduce that turning radius in the corners. And at high speed, like on the highway, they're gonna turn in the same direction to the wheels up front to kind of like keep the car stabilized. So on comfort mode, the car is pretty reactive, like the throttle response is good. But now I'm going to stop it in a bit and put it in dynamic mode and see how the car is going to react. But in the meantime, it is impressive that they were able to fit the quattro all-wheel drive system in this car. We all know the famous quattro all-wheel drive system and how it works in combustion cars. But in this one, that they were able to put it in an electric car, this is very impressive. And this proved consistency with Audi as well. So you're gonna get the same performance that you're used to in the combustion Audis in the electric one as well. So now let me put it in dynamic. And now it's pretty much you have adaptive suspension. So pretty much they have auto leveling. So when you put it in off-road, for example, it's gonna raise the car by 80 millimeters, and when you put it in dynamic, it's gonna lower the car by 80 millimeters to pretty much reduce that center of gravity. So the car is gonna be sportier. So really cool. And when you open the trunk, the tailgate as well, the car kind of lowers to give you extra space to put stuff at the back conveniently. Now let's try the car in dynamic. Full throttle. It's going. Woo! Ooh! Oh my God! This car was flying. All right. So you know, 0 to 60 in this car is about 5.5 seconds. So this is quick enough, I would say, for an SUV. But some people would argue that Tesla has faster with the Model X, but this is quick enough. If you want a quicker e-tron SUV, or if you want a quicker e-tron, you can get the e-tron S, pretty much, which is an S model. Just like you have the A5, you have an e-tron, you have the A5, you have the S5, then you have the e-tron, and then you have the e-tron S. It's a sportback, so it's quicker than this one. So you can go to that one, or you can get an e-tron GT, which has more power and will go quicker. So the e-tron GT is not available in the US yet, but you can order it if you really want it. So this one is really quick on dynamic, and because of the liquid cooling for the battery, so you can pretty much have repeated performance, so you don't have to worry about the battery overheating. So the car is gonna give you the same performance every single time until the battery is completely depleted. So this is how it is with this car. The performance is the same delivery every single time. So Audi keeps improving their electric cars. So pretty much they're coming out with the Q4 e-tron right now. They have the e-tron GT and the RS e-tron GT out already. They have the e-tron S, the e-tron Sportback. So they have a lot of them, and they have the A6 e-tron coming out as well. So these are all different options that you have for this car. So Audi keeps getting better. So if you want all different options in the future, then definitely you're gonna find what you need. But until then, Tesla remains the king when it comes to like speed and range on those cars. So this car here only has 202 miles of range, up to 210. So this is what you can get in the e-tron. Now, when it comes to convenience feature, I like to demo the keyless entry. So pretty much the car is packed with convenience feature all inside, but it starts from the outside. So pretty much with your key in your pocket or your backpack or your purse, you can just approach the car. If you want to unlock it, place your hand behind the handle and you unlock it just like this. So it's so quiet that you can pretty much hear anything. You cannot hear anything. All you can see is probably the turn signal right here, or the light up front might do the dancing sequence that will let you know that the car is unlocked. But it's so quiet, and it's quick as well. It's a very responsive system. So now when you get out of the car and you want to lock the car with your key still tucked away, all you got to do is tap the sensor on the handle and you lock the car just like this. And this works on all 4 doors, and you also have it on the tailgate as well, and I'm going to demo that right now. For the keyless trunk release, all you got to do is keep your key tucked away and a small kick to the middle bumper, and it's going to unlock just like this. Very easy. There's a button on the tailgate. You can stop it at any time, and you can use the same button to bring it back down. Now the same process can be repeated with the key. So you have a trunk release button on the key. All you got to do is double click it and it's going to come up. You can use the same button to stop it at any time whenever you have enough space to pick what you're picking, and then you can use the same button, just hold it and bring it back down. Very, very easy.
When it comes to safety, this car comes with adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, active lane keeping assist, hands-on detection steering wheel, airbags, front, knee, and overhead, blind spot assist, Audi side assist, Audi pre-sense with brake assist, top view camera, and parking system plus.
Alright, when it comes to price, this e-tron SUV starts right around $78,000. It's available at Audi Wesley Chapel. So if you have any questions or inquiries about this car, feel free to contact Maria at Audi Wesley Chapel. She's going to be able to help you wherever you are in the country. Her information is always in the description. Alright, brother fam, thank you so much for watching this review about the 2021 Audi e-tron. So I think this car is really cool. It's a really sleek SUV. So let me know what you think about this car in the comment section down below. So if you want to see this car in more details, feel free to check out the visual video that I have about this car on my channel by clicking this little pop-up right here. And also, if you enjoyed this review, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. And if you are new, subscribe to the channel right now. Hit that subscribe button. It's going to help the channel tremendously. And please help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Alright, now until we meet again, let's keep riding.